Any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Out to his left. And his throw here's incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And it's third down. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
They'll set up a throw. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Credit the sack to the always disruptive Olivier Vernon.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
Let's go.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. First and 10. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. Able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. On second down now, it's Glover, and this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
If they're going to get a first down out of this, they're going to have to earn it because there's been tough going on the interior there. And here we are on 3rd and 1. Be prepared. Brace yourself. Going to be some contact going on.
Set. 180. Hey, alert, 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 alert. Let's get off the field, D. Check. Regular. Check 9.
Trying a little razzle-dazzle on 3rd and short. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they begin this drive in very precarious field position inside their own 5.
And remember, this is a defense that's already scored once in this game, so you've got to really take care and make sure that you're blocking these guys to try and wedge the ball out from the shadow of your own end zone.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
2nd and a yard.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1.
Come on, set. 18, Gator. 53, smart. Here we go, here we go.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. Accelerating, and off he goes. He's at the 30, 20, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon, 89 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point up and good by Bullock, and that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns drive about to get started. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
A big play that time for Cleveland. 65 yards. So they dig a little deeper in the playbook there. Get the wide receiver the ball, running it, and it proves fruitful.
Love the call. When you've got a guy who has running back skills, you want him to touch the ball as well, not just out wide where you throw it to him. Make sure you hand it to him or toss it to him and let him go to work.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. They go with Chubb on second down. A nice display of powerful running, but it takes him only to the 7. He's dropped there. And it looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves him with 7 yards to go on third down.
Hey, 152. 152. It's our time. It's our time.
To throw, Mayfield. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Demetrius Harris, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, he might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And it's now 21-7. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. In for the sack, Myles Garrett.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
Right. Safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Watch the aim. Lock it. 5.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Green brings it in. And he gets gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. A gain there of 21 yards.
On the ready.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. He finds his running back, Mixon. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati 1st down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Right there, 56. Hey, Sam on. Switch. Check 26, check 26. Hard. 50. Get it.
On 1st down, Mixon. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati 1st down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up at halftime. We'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target. And it's 3rd down.
Ready? 18 Gator. Check. Smooth. Let him know.
They're going to look to throw. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Here's Matt Bosher now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that had far too much air under it. It's out of the back of the end zone, and the football will come out to the 20-yard line. The Browns drive about
you put together what you think is going to be the best possible scenario, right? Hey, we're going to score. These are the plays that are going to do it. But you also put together your counters, meaning after they
Before that, we'll see the end here of this first half. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
Hey, point it right. Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on. Check 4. My God.
Mayfield. This is the tight end, Njoku. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Following the penalty, Chubb. Oh, he sheds himself free. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. He gets it complete to Harris. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 43. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. They go play action. Mayfield. They'll roll him out right. He finds Taylor. Complete. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
Hey, Haywood.
Back to the mic.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. The tight end, David Njoku, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. Over the middle, complete. That's Glover. And down inside the 15 he goes. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. Seibert's kick is good. So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Browns with the lead. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Hey, wahoo!
2nd and 11. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Back to throw here. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up fourth down.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
15 yards on the play, first down.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one good for 37 yards. So down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Working out of the gun, Mayfield looking for the end zone. And incomplete, he dropped it in the end zone.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. From the 24, they'll go again on second and 10. Mayfield with it once more, being chased out left. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Here's Mayfield. Throw left side complete. It's Glover. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Now, a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Alert 3. Check 5.
Now Joe Mixon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
56. You must be dreaming. Watch that. Go.
Back to Mixon on first down. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Greystone, travel. Ready.
They'll try and throw for it here. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
Check three.
And that is not going to get it done either. Once again, he stopped behind the line by this Bengals D. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
On third down, Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's fourth down. Here's Jamie Gillendown as he'll punt it away for the second time. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point.
Here we go. Set. 60 Pittsburgh. Hey, exit. Now.
2nd and 15. He's got Green. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And that's complete. It's Green here. Taking it right down Broadway. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A.J. Green. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4.
Watch the twist, watch the twist. Check.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb, and he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 7 yards there and a first down.
A gain of 7, and the Browns 1st down.
Come on now.
A run for Nick Chubb. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
On second down, it's Glover. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 35. Well, a clear running situation, trying to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit him over the top.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and minicamps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it out. And we've got them now.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. A gain of 3, second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Come on, baby. Come on, let's go. Out, 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 out. Hit it.
Once again, they run with Mixon. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Set, ready? 18 Gator. 53. Look, squeeze. Check. Cross, fire.
On third down, Mixon. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down. They're already slim. Hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down. And able to find Green. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. They'll run on first down. Mixon. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati first down. So from the 36 now, first and 10.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Finding Green complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Anderson. And he'll take this one down near the 15. The cornerback, it's Logan Ryan who brings him down.
A gain of 2. Brings up second and 8.
That's complete right around the 8. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Now after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
Let's go.
The offense on third down tonight, they've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. On third down, Mixon. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to make it fourth down. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. Might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Past the 20. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
But yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Browns, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the